surprise. I got bored a few nights ago and cut all my hair off. Hi friends! I wanted to bring you my April TBR today. It's not very big. I decided that I wanted to go back to smaller TBRs and leave myself more room for mood reading. So the only books that made it onto my official TBR for this month are all group reads and buddy reads, and I'm just gonna jump right in. The first one is one that I'm really excited for because I've been meaning to read this for a very long time, and that is Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. I'm buddy reading this with Kaylee. I'll link her channel below. She's amazing. And with my spouse, actually. They've been wanting to read this for a long time too. This is the first book of the Ancestor series, and it is about a girl who is raised in a convent where young women are raised to become killers. I guess when she was a small child, she was accused of murder and basically dropped on their doorstep, and so these nuns have raised her to grow up to become a murderer. Now, we all know how much I love Nevernight. I am a sucker for the whole trope of raising children to become assassins. I don't know what that says about me as a human being, but that is a trope that I'm very fond of. So I already just have really high hopes for this. Plus, I feel like I've heard so many good things about this series. The next book on my April TBR is Always Human by Ari North. And I picked this one for my TBR because it is the Dragons and Tea book club pick of the month. It's actually a soft sci-fi graphic novel that you can read for free online, or it is coming out in print this summer, I think in June. And it does have Own Voice Queer Up. It is about two queer girls falling in love in this kind of soft sci-fi setting. I don't really know much more than that. Honestly, I'm just so pumped to read it. I've seen the artwork a little bit and it looks so beautiful and so colorful, and it's been a really long time since I've gotten really into a webcomic, but there are so many that I've been wanting to read that I'm hoping this will kind of be the gateway to get back into them. The next book on my April TBR is actually another one that I'm reading with Dragons and Tea, though this is not an official book of the month. It's Trade Me by Courtney Milan, and it's the first book in the Cyclone series. Dragons and Tea is group reading the second book in the series in June, I believe. And so some people in the group were going to kind of unofficially buddy read the first book in the series together. I don't know when everybody else is reading it. I know I'm going to try to go ahead and pick it up in April because I do have Audible Escape for one more month and I saw that the audiobook is on there. This will be my first Courtney Milan book, so I'm really excited because I have just heard so many good things about her writing. From what I've seen on social media, she just seems like such a wonderful person. But it's about a young woman named Tina who is kind of struggling to make ends meet and to keep her family afloat when a billionaire offers to trade places with her. And so basically she gets his house, his cars, and his income, no strings attached. I don't know more than that about the plot, so I'm not exactly sure what's in it for him in the beginning, if it's kind of like a sugar daddy situation or what. I'm really not sure, but I've heard so many good things about it, and I was looking at some reviews for it earlier today, and a lot of people were talking about having great immigration rep and great mental health rep too, so I'm just really looking forward to picking up my first Courtney Milan read. Okay, and then the fourth book on my April TBR is The Deep by Nick Cutter. This is an author that I've been meaning to check out for a long time because so many people that I know absolutely love him and have raved about his books to me. So when I saw that the Horror Aficionados group over on Goodreads had picked this for one of the group reads for April, I decided that I would join in since I already had a copy anyways. And all I know about The Deep is that it is a deep sea horror, and that's something that is always going to draw me in because I personally am terrified of deep water. Like, I struggle to even watch like documentaries and stuff about deep sea exploration because it freaks me out so badly. So I believe that most of this book actually takes place underwater, and that just immediately sold me. I've heard that it is downright terrifying, and this is another open group read, so I'll put the link for this one down in the caption as well if you want to join in. Next on my list is actually a reread, and that's The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I have been wanting to reread this literally since I finished it, which was, I want to say I read this in the summer of 2017, so it's been like 3 years. It's the first book in the Bone Season series, and I feel like most of you probably already know what it's about, but it's like this, I think it's classed as YA. It feels much more like new adult to me, but it's a dystopian set in the year 2059, and it is about a girl named Paige who is clairvoyant. She's a dream walker, and she can walk into people's minds, and that is very illegal. She works for this criminal mastermind, but she gets caught and kidnapped and transferred to this hidden city where this otherworldly race are keeping humans as slaves. And she becomes a slave, and so she has to try to find a way to find her freedom. And I'm just so excited to revisit this because I really want to continue the series, and it's the kind of world that has so many little moving parts in it that I felt like I needed to reread the first book to be able to fully enjoy it when I continue the series. So I'm going to be buddy rereading this with Jules, and I think that we're also going to buddy read books 2 and 3 in May and June. Okay, and then the sixth and final book on my April TBR is The Throne of Fire by Rick Riordan. This is the second book in the Kane Chronicles. And I'm doing a huge Rick Riordan buddy read with Ellen right now, and I'm having so much fun with it. We started with the first book in the series. At the time that I'm filming this, we're only like a day into that buddy read, and I'm already kind of obsessed with it. But the series as a whole follows these two siblings, Carter and Sadie Kane. They were raised separately from each other. They get brought back together when their dad has this incident where he accidentally awakens like 5 Egyptian gods. And there's kind of this whole plot to destroy the world. And so, of course, the Kane siblings get wrapped up in that. Anyways, right now I'm about a quarter of the way through the first book and I'm having so much fun with it. These characters are so lovable and I really don't know why nobody talks about the series. I've never heard anybody rave about the series before, so I was kind of apprehensive going into it. But I'm having so much fun with it and the characters are so funny. They have this great sibling banter that is just very heartwarming. So I'm really enjoying the first book and I'm very excited to read the second book soon. Okay, and that's it. That was my April TBR. Like I said, keeping it kind of short this month. It doesn't help that I have not been able to get a lot of reading done lately. However, I'm going to challenge myself in April. My friend Ellen that I'm reading the Rick Riordan books with is challenging herself to read 30 books in 30 days this month and asked me if I wanted to join her. And I was like, sure, why not? So I thought I would try to challenge myself to really get back into it because I haven't been reading very much lately and I want to fix that. Of course, I do have a lot of graphic novels checked out from Hoopla right now, as well as I think I have like 5 graphic novel arcs that I need to read. So, you know, obviously I'm going to try to prioritize some short reads in April. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Please click like and subscribe if you enjoyed it because that always means the world to me. And come talk to me in the comments. I love seeing comments from you guys. So come tell me what's on your April TBR or tell me if you've read anything on my April TBR. What did you think of it? What did you like best? Just come talk to me. And until next time, bye!